JB here. Hope everyone's doing outstanding. October 1st, 2024. Welcome to October and the fourth quarter, the last quarter of 2024. Really quick talk about the markets, some of the names I'm looking at, some of the data, some data coming out today, and go from there. But take a look at the SPY. We closed up 0.4% yesterday. Didn't seem like that was going to be the case. Fed Chair Powell came on, had some prepared remarks, and then did an interview. And during that whole time, the market just tumbled. And it wasn't like he said anything out of script. He pretty much held it was par for the course on what he's been saying over the last couple of months. It was no different stance by the Fed or his commentary. It just seemed like almost like a sell the news event. So sure enough, the SPY broke through 570, tested 568, and that seems like strong support now, and bounced. And a strong bounce. Then 3:30, we got back into the green, and then just a crazy spike. And I posted in the chat room already, and on the watch list. But from those 2:30 lows, we had 568, and then within an hour and a half, we're at 574. And S&P notched its 48th, I think it was 48th or 43rd all-time high for this year. It's just pretty remarkable reversal. We'll have to see how this holds. We have ISM data and JOLTS report both at 10 a.m. today. So to me, the JOLTS report is probably more important considering we have that September jobs report on Friday. The JOLTS report used to mean nothing, and now people are looking what's the health of the economy? How's the employment situation? Are there more job openings? Are there less? So that'll definitely be something to watch. And as long as it comes in line, no crazy surprises, maybe the market can chop here and then work to make another all-time high. So that's the overall market. So I'll be watching 568 now. Looks like strong support on the SPY. And then the flip side, that 575 handle, which would be blue sky breakouts. Obviously, that's what we're in right now. That I'll be watching that. And then the small caps, which also did that reversal in the afternoon, closed up barely a 0.25%. Please start to outperform. I'm begging the stock gods, let the small caps start to lead the charge. All right, so individual names, and Baidu, I'm not going to talk too much about. I talked about it on the rant yesterday afternoon. Had it on the watch list yesterday morning to lock my calls in at the open. I waited for some resistance, got all the way up to 111, closed the calls out, and then Baidu and the China ADRs just went on a melt off. So they pretty much melted for the rest of the session. Baidu went from solidly green into the red for a second before closing flat. Overnight China markets up another 2%. I think someone said 25% gain for the China markets over the last 5 sessions, the most since like 2002. So pretty remarkable. Now you have all these articles which weren't anywhere last week now saying, oh, 100% rally coming on China markets, right? So it's funny how no one talks about it when it's happening, but after a 25% rally, now it can rally another 100%. It's just funny how it works because, of course, people are going to, it's clickbait, right? So doesn't mean markets can't continue to go higher in China. I guess I would take it almost as a good thing, but it's their Golden Week holiday, so markets in China are closed for the rest of the week, which kind of removes the possibility that there'll be some crazy up or down move in China markets overnight, which probably leaves an opportunity to add some strikes in some of these China ADR names. So don't be surprised if I add more Baidu calls. I think 115 or so in the coming week or two. So I might get some strikes to play for that. And then win all the way up to 98 yesterday morning. And then a reverse course. There's only $1 or $2 to the downside, and the calls just got decimated, which is a good thing if I'm looking at, but I still have some strikes for this week. So probably looking for some more strikes to play for move over 100 on win this week and 105 plus in the coming weeks on win, because I think that story certainly has an opportunity for more upside. So that's Baidu, that's Win. Clear Secure, not much to talk about. 2 days in a row to the upside. 34 plus should be coming soon. Really love this story. I'm not going to go on a rant on Clear Secure, but if it does break 34, I might look for some November strikes. It almost seems like some consolidation here in the 30s, and maybe this is a name that can go to 40 plus before the year is out, especially with travel coming back, things like that. So that's Clear. Biogen, I put it on the watch list as well. It's only a matter of time before it has a 2-3% rally and the stock's over $200. I think, hopefully it holds the bottom. If there is some selling, it holds 190 or so. But I think if you can find some buyers and it gets over $200, 205, 210, not out of realm of possibility. It's 200-day moving, 50-day moving average is 203. So if you get above that, it hasn't been above that since late July. I think there's an opportunity for some upside there. And not only that, it's kind of like an under the radar play. Not a lot of people looking at Biogen for a move, and I think it's oversold. So that's Biogen. Redfin, a little disappointing. Once again, it seems like every time it gets its footing and wants to break out, it finds sellers, it gaps at the open, runs into the 13s, and then sells off into the afternoon. Still closed flat. I put a trend line on the chart this morning on the watch list. If it holds 12, I think it still bodes well. I keep saying higher highs and higher lows. So as long as that trend continues, I think there's room for upside there. Roku got upgraded this morning. It's not an upgrade you want really, but I guess you take it because it's a bearish analyst. He had a sell rating. Moffett Nathanson, however you pronounce it, upgraded the stock from sell to neutral. Stock is moving higher here in the pre-market. Seems like every time Roku has gotten these upgrades, it's had some nice moves. So this could be another one of those catalysts for a move. 79 and change it hit back 2 weeks ago. That would be the big spot if you get through 79 and change, I think, into the 80s. So watching again, I mean, I've been watching the last couple sessions. Maybe this is the one that breaks out. So that's Roku. And then Dell. And Dell's disappointing. Today, Super Micro had its 10-for-1 split. So that's trading, was it, $42? I'm not sure if that's going to do a sympathy move here with Dell, but down 2 sessions in a row after the HPQ margin concerns. And ironically enough, HPQ was in the green yesterday, despite that Dell was selling off. It has that death cross, so the 50-day cross, the 200-day moving average. So gonna have to get a reversal here soon. Can it test 111, 110? Maybe it's possible, but if it does test that and holds, then that's definitely gonna be the spot where I'll add some strikes. I'll be patient there on Dell. I'm trying to think of some other things. That's about it. I mean, these headlines around the port strike is going to be everywhere. I mean, who remembers the Suez Canal back in 2021? Was it the Suez Canal where you had that freighter caught, blocked the trade, the busiest trade channel for 6 days, cost $10 billion in potential revenues or whatever. All that $10 billion of cargo was trapped. Would have had to go down through whatever the Cape of Hope, whatever that is on South America. Just crazy stuff. And here we are again. It's like deja vu all over again. Now it's, what are they talking about? $1 billion a day and possible backlogs. They're going to Alaska. And then of course what happens, and back when there was the Suez Canal, I forget when it happened, but everybody worries about the holiday season. And I think when you're Walmart, Target, and all these retailers, you already have your products for the holidays, right? I think it's already been planned out. Right? So you don't just go and start getting it shipped over in October. So if there are effects, who knows where that all looks. I don't know, but I'm sure what it is stealing headlines. It's going to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So the longer it goes, the more possibility that it is going to have some kind of situation with inflation, and just on the heels of the Fed starting to cut rates, is that going to cut back? Is that going to curtail some of the possibilities of rate cuts to end the year? So it's definitely something to watch. For now, it looks like the market's shaking it off, but I think the longer it goes, it's obviously going to have some kind of impact if it goes more than a couple days. So definitely something to watch. All right, that's it, folks. We have 27 minutes to open. Let's have another great day. Rock and roll.